All right, everybody, good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining me here on this Tuesday evening. Date here is May 16th, 8 o'clock on the dot. My name's Savannah Louie here at the Atlanta News First Alert Desk. As always, it is a pleasure to see you. Very glad that you could be joining us here tonight in Atlanta. We have your top 5 stories for the metro Atlanta area. One of them actually at the very end going to be impacting just about anyone out there, not just Atlanta specific, Atlanta metro specific, but we'll get to that in about 10 minutes. First here, I want to start with a pretty upsetting story that if you watched our newscast today, you are quite aware of what happened here. We're getting information from Griffin, Spalding County authorities about some disturbing allegations involving child abuse. I'm going to see if I can go ahead and pull up a graphic here. All right, so these are the 2 parents accused of abusing their 10-year-old son, Krista and Tyler Shinley. Now, a 10-year-old boy is hospitalized tonight after some despicable allegations of child abuse. The charges for these parents you see on your screen here include attempted malice murder, child cruelty, and false imprisonment. We're told that neighbors spotted the 10-year-old child walking down the street towards a grocery store in Griffin. The child apparently asked them for food and water. And upon investigation, police learned that this child, who again was just 10 years old, weighed just 36 pounds, extremely malnourished, not getting food, water, and taking care of it all. Warrants obtained by Atlanta News First say the child was locked in his bedroom with, quote, no access to food, lights, hot water, and toilet paper for extended periods of time and on multiple locations. This story was incredibly difficult to tell this afternoon. We're going to continue following this story. We'll have more updates for you at 9 and 10 on Peachtree TV tonight, as well as 11 o'clock over on WANF. Hopefully you can join us for that. We also do have more on this story here at atlantanewsfirst.com. I want to move along here to a story that we've been following for maybe a little less than a year now. Music Midtown. I know a lot of you looking forward to this festival that happens in Piedmont Park every year, and after some word that it was going to be canceled, well, turns out the festival is back on. You're taking a look here at one of the older Music Midtown events. This is from a couple years ago. Music Midtown announcing it will return to Piedmont Park this summer. Headliners include Billie Eilish, Pink, and Guns N' Roses. There's a lot of variety here. I think a lot of folks really looking forward to this one. Now, remember, last year's event was canceled, reportedly over concerns with Georgia's gun laws. The state says that gun owners are legally allowed to carry concealed weapons on public land. That includes parks. Now, the law has not changed, but Music Midtown says they intend to prohibit weapons of any kind this year. We don't know exactly how they plan to get around that law, and in fact, an attorney we spoke with today says they probably will not be able to get around that law, but it'll be interesting to see how this develops. All we know is that right now, though, the festival is set to take place this year, September 15th through the 17th. So if you are a fan of any of those artists or just live music in general, Music Midtown, put that on your calendar. Again, I know a lot of you guys are excited. All right, I want to get to another story here that we have been following since last month. And this made national headlines here. You might remember when we had a shooting in Midtown Atlanta where 5 women were shot. Well, I want to show you some new video here. All right, so I'll play it in just a minute here, but what you're about to see is, for the first time ever, the exact moments police apprehended the man accused in this deadly Midtown mass shooting. You can see in this video, we'll go ahead and play it for you, if we can get it to start. All right, here we go. You can see in this video here, officers with their guns drawn. They command that the suspect walk toward them with his hands above their head. And that's when the suspect Deon Patterson is handcuffed and then taken into custody. Now, you'll remember one person was killed in that Midtown mass shooting, which happened just hours before this scene took place. Another 4 were shot. They are still recovering. If you want to look at this whole video, we got another minute or so on this one, but I'll stop playing now. And if you want to go ahead and see that entire video for yourself, that is courtesy of Cobb County authorities, you can go ahead and go to AtlantaNewsFirst.com for that full video here. All right, now to a story impacting everybody in Georgia. If you use your AC, your lights, any form of electricity, I know some of you are not looking forward to this one. We're all trying to save our money in this economy, but your power bill is about to get a little more expensive here. Today, Georgia commissioners unanimously approved a plan to raise Georgia Power Company rates by about $16 a month. They cite an increase in the cost of natural gas. All right, so here is how this breaks down. A typical residential bill will now be about $147 a month. That's up from the current average, which is about $1,100. Oh my gosh, $131. All right, I'll repeat that one more time because I stumbled over my words there. The average bill will now be $147. Previous average was $131. So a little bit of a jump there. Still, the increase is lower than originally projected by Georgia Power. Either way, though, I don't think anyone's really looking forward to paying a little bit more on their electricity bill. Maybe that's just me. I don't think so, though. Alrighty, last story tonight. Hey, this is one that I'm excited about because this is a story I worked on just for you. Well, it's one that concerns just about all of us out there. Heart health. New research finds that AI could predict your risk for a sudden cardiac event more accurately than a doctor. What does this mean for you? This means it could have some life-saving effects here. Artificial intelligence can create a survival model. That's according to Johns Hopkins University researchers. With this survival model, AI combines imaging data of your heart, along with variables like your age or your race, and then risk factors that you might have. If you have diabetes, high blood pressure. The survival model takes all of this information and determines your likelihood for a cardiac event over a 10-year period. And not only that, it also determines when you are most likely to suffer a cardiac event during that 10-year period. Now, just to put this in perspective for you, how big of a deal is this? Well, nearly 90% of sudden cardiac events are deadly. 90%. That makes up as many as 20% of deaths worldwide. You don't have to be a mathematician to know that is quite a lot here. So with this new development, we could see some major changes in the way that we handle our heart health and eventually our lives. It's exciting. Now, I know what all of you guys are thinking. Okay, when can we get our hands on this new data, new research model, new survival model? The answer to that is we don't know. Researchers can't say yet, but it's in the works here. And not only that, but they're also looking at using AI for other cardiac problems as well, cardiac diseases. So a lot of really exciting stuff happening here in the health and wellness sector. And with that, my friends, it is 8:09. As always, I am so glad that you could join me today. I love spending my nights with you. All right, we're taking a look here at Metro Atlanta, our beautiful skyline here. And if you're stepping outside at all tonight, I would advise you turn around and you go back inside. It's raining. We got a line of storms here. We also got our meteorologist, Patrick Pete. Patrick, come over here. Patrick's having a little chit-chat party with one of our producers right now.
Yeah, the producer that I beat in ping pong. Yeah.
Okay, behind the scenes
When it
action
counted
for
in
you.
the tournament, you know.
There's a group of people here at Atlanta News First who are fiercely involved in, what is it, ping pong,
The ping
shuffleboard,
pong,
bocce,
yes.
all of it. All right, and Patrick is not only our star meteorologist, he's also our star ping pong athlete, everybody.
Actually, the First Alert Weather Team is your star ping pong team because The king is Fred.
Oh my God.
The king is Fred. I'm just trying to, be that number two. That's all. Which is not going to happen because Blake's involved. But, as long as I can be Brett. What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Yeah, happy Tuesday. Hopefully you guys... Oh, wait, I have to change this angle.
Wait, it is Tuesday.
Yeah.
Wait, is it? Yes, it's Tuesday.
There we go. A little bit taller. Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. It's been a very active day, so now that we are starting to see a little bit of a break, time to, liven up a little bit and smile a little bit. But we have more storms that are going to be filtering into the area as we head through the next couple of hours. I do want to show you what it looks like right now across Midtown while I switch out my camera view for my graphics. But I wanted to give you a second to check out what it looks like. A whole lot quieter than it was just several hours ago. So for sure, folks are probably trying to get out and run some errands real quick before the next round of rain moves in. So if you can bear with me for another 20 seconds, I am going to have that graphics pulled up. There we go. Alrighty, so here's a look at where we're going. So we are under a first alert right now this evening for showers and storms. The first round has already moved through. We're going to expect some more over the course of the next few hours. Then there's a first alert tomorrow. This first alert tomorrow is going to be location specific. We're going to break down that location for you just within the next minute or so. Everyone's not under that first alert, but there's a particular part of our area that has the chance to see some showers and some severe storms, and that is the area that we are first alerting. Meanwhile, more scattered rain around Thursday. It's going to be dreary out there, and temperatures are going to be a little bit cooler because of all of the cloud cover the last couple of days and the rain. And then Friday's our best chance at some dry time before the weekend. Your Saturday forecast is first alerted as well because a cold front is going to be sliding through, and that's going to bring instability. That means another chance for showers and storms. And then Sunday is our sweet spot in the weekend forecast. Those rain chances drop. It's going to be nice and gorgeous outside with temperatures that are pretty seasonable, low 80s, before we head into work next week with a couple more dry days on our backs. I told you that our first alert for tomorrow was region specific, and it's going to be essentially the areas that you see highlighted here. These folks are under a level 1 out of 5 risk for strong to severe storms. Much like what we saw today that moved through our area, that's going to be possible for these folks that are highlighted here. We're talking about damaging wind gusts being our primary concern, also some heavy rain and frequent lightning, much like what we saw today as these storms rolled through the area. So here's how Wednesday will unfold. Heading through the overnight hours, that secondary line of showers and storms moves through. It weakens as it slides through our region, and as we head into the start of your Wednesday morning, we're expecting pretty dry conditions, pretty tranquil, mostly cloudy, and it's going to be warm out there. Numbers in the 60s for the morning drive. We're even dry through around lunchtime, but you can kind of see what's occurring as you look out to the west. Showers and thunderstorms are starting to bubble up a little bit in the afternoon, and that's going to eventually trickle into our area. Not as widespread as what we saw today. And you can see that some of those showers are going to be north of I-20, but if you watch this cluster that's south of I-20, that's where our greatest instability will be. So that's where we're first alerting. You see in that move into Troup, Meriwether counties, as well as Heard, Coweta County. We're talking 5 o'clock. So this is going to be through that evening commute when a lot of you are going to be trying to get out on the roadways. Much like the timing today, getting nasty the closer we get to the evening commute. And once we get to 8 o'clock, that line starts to push off towards the east. So I can't excuse out some stronger storms in the southern Atlanta, southern perimeter area, but that's going to pretty much be the cutoff. That energy is going to just shift further to the east, and that will die off as we head into the late night hours tomorrow night. So first alerting starting in the afternoon as temperatures are going to get into the mid to upper 70s through the day. I do expect some isolated locations to hit 80, especially if you're not getting any of these showers and storms, but I think closer to the airport it's going to be upper 70s. Meanwhile, once we head into your Thursday, you can see that it's not so much going to be geographical rain chance. It's just going to be some instability that's around. The last day with this system lingering, being stalled out to the south of us, that's going to keep scattered showers and storms in our region. And you can see that red arrow that's indicating an easterly component to the wind. Now, I do think that this particular model is being a little bit aggressive with the cool down, but with an east breeze that is going to keep temperatures a little bit cooler. So expecting Thursday to be the coolest day of the week. As far as the forecast is concerned, we're talking low 70s. Some locations are only going to get into the upper 60s. Those rain chances decrease as we head into the evening hour. So scattered showers and storms tomorrow, mainly for areas along and south of I-20. More widespread scattered showers and storms on Thursday. Not first alertable just yet because there's not a severe weather potential and there's just, not a lot of consistent moisture there, but still some rain opportunities. Then we dry out a little bit with lower rain chances for your Friday. Temperatures are in the mid 70s. And then we are tracking that secondary first alert for Saturday, scattered showers and storms along that cold front. You'll want to stick with us this week as we fine tune the timing of that forecast, because the 7 a.m. cold front moving through on Saturday is a whole lot different than the 7 p.m. Early morning showers and storms is different than mid to late afternoon, early evening stuff. So we'll fine tune that over the course of the next couple of days. Right now, we're just really confident that this rain is going to move in on Saturday and put a dampen on some parts of your Saturday forecast. So reasons to check in over the next couple of days. Meanwhile, drying out for Sunday, and if you were trying to make plans, if you're trying to reserve some space somewhere outdoors to do something with the family, the kids, Sunday is going to be the day to do it. We're talking a good mix of sun and clouds, highs that are going to be in the lower 80s. And then we're heading back to work next week with a pretty dry start to the week with some pretty seasonable numbers as well. So once we can get past, I would say, Thursday, we'll have some dry time Friday. We'll deal with this cold front on Saturday, which is going to put a little bit of a damper on the weekend. I think it's going to be pretty manageable here. And then Sunday is looking fantastic, and then it's going to be awesome as we head back to work next week. So lots to detail, lots to do. As we said, we have some showers and storms that are going to be moving through the area this evening. The first round is already moved out. More energy on the way. So I'm about to go and join meteorologist Fred Campagna as we continue to dive into the data to figure out the exact timing of when this is going to be moving into each one of your neighborhoods. And we're going to have that update for you tonight at 9, 10, and again at 11. So I'm going to leave you with this shot of the city for a couple of minutes of the clouds, just so you can see what our beautiful city looks like out there. But I'm going to also send you to the 7-day forecast. I'm going to check social media because I know some of you are joining us at home, but some of you are joining us via some of our streaming services. Hello, Mary. Hopefully you're having a fantastic evening. And I don't see any questions for me, so you guys have a fantastic Tuesday, and we'll see you. I'll see you tonight at 10, but you can catch Rick and Sean and Fred at 9.